What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. I'm sure you guys are wondering, Malik, how the heck did you kill Shadow, my black dragon? And I just want to stop you right there from thinking any further, or before you might bash me in the comments or whatever. No, I did not kill Shadow. But unfortunately, I might be killing our relationship. Over the past 5-6 months that I've had Shadow, it has been pretty much stagnant. Like, we've gotten nowhere. And I know a lot of you guys might start with the obvious of, oh, you kept changing her enclosure early on. You never let her kind of establish herself. And rightfully so. I mean, I do agree to that to some bit. I was kind of unsure as to where to put Shadow. I didn't know whether to put her in a big 4x2x2, 120 gallon enclosure in which she started in, or to downsize her to a smaller enclosure in which she's been in for the last, I mean, honestly, 3-4 months. Oh, and I did put her in the big 6-foot enclosure, which was a terrible idea in itself as well. But honestly, I mean, with all that put to the side, I've still put in a lot of work with Shadow, and we've gotten literally nowhere. I mean, I can take her out of the enclosure and everything is cool. Whenever she's inside her enclosure, which kind of goes back to moving her around and shifting her around, things were just, it just has not been good. She looks at me like I'm a threat. When she's out of the enclosure, it's like she loves me. I can carry her to the enclosure, everything is cool. And then all of a sudden, boom, she's just like, I put her in the enclosure and she's just like running from me, darting away from me. And it's just not, it's just been a headache. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to actually, this is gonna be kind of like an impromptu video. So we're actually gonna do a little feeding while we take care of business here and kind of explaining why I want to get rid of Shadow. So my Gaboon Viper has been very, very chill. We're gonna feed her first. Nice bite there, easy. We had a nice shed out of our Gaboon Viper here, our nice female that we got from our friend Jeff for helping him out with his with moving his enclosures and everything. Super, super dope animal here. Nice Bitis rhinoceros. Again, I know that the label is wrong, but it is what it is. We'll fix that at a later date. Had a nice shed out of our Bitis there. Super amazing, eats well, thrives, does well, poops very fluently, drinks as well. I know that's a big issue when it comes to Bitis, Gaboon Vipers. They don't like to drink water and they don't poop as well. Gaboon Vipers don't poop in general very often, but mine does very fluently, and I don't know, it's been very healthy. Now doing this alone kind of sucks because a lot going on and I don't want to kind of lose the focus of this video, but I do want to feed everybody and make sure that everyone is nice and fed for the weekend. And if you guys remember E, our new bush viper that my girl got me, Elaine got me, this boy just had an amazing shed as well. And oh, you missed there. You missed. Dude, that's the wrong thing. You can't eat the plant. No, 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 don't eat the plant. No, 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 don't eat the plant. Don't eat the plant. Oh, brother. No, 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 no. Yeah, that's the wrong thing right there. Over here, over here, over here, over here. Over here, right here. All right, plant is removed and goodness. Goodness, nice bite. Good gracious of a Lord. Nice bite. I love this bush viper, bro. Tongue feed number 1, tongue feed number 2 with the Gaboon Viper over here. Just chowing that down. Nice tongue feeders. Amazing tongue feeders. Amazing, amazing. I need to clean this glass up, but what can you say? Check out those fangs, largest fangs out of any venomous snake, growing up to 2 inches. And then we got this beautiful viper, not a pit viper, but a viper, who just chowed down that little rodent. So amazing. We're gonna leave him be and eat in peace. Just like that. I'll come back through and spray those down. And we got this Arthera squamigera African bush viper label front in the mail the other day. Super, super dope. I love that so much. Before we go any further, and plus, I just haven't brought this little booger out in a little bit. Oh, wait, that hiss is getting stronger. That means this booger is getting bigger. There she goes. Well, there he goes. That's it. Check that out. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You want to eat? You want to eat? You want to eat? So if you check out with Cobras, they don't want anything to do with you. They just want to protect their turf and work away from you if they can. Now, this guy's trying to stand his ground, but if you watch him slowly, he'll start, as I get closer to him, he'll start backing up a little bit. Or attacking the camera. But yeah, you see, look, he's wanting to back away, and now he's over it. So let's get him a rodent. Let's see, you want that? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There you go, right there. So he's done his damage. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put this booger up right quick so that we can reset its enclosure. This is Honey, our monocle cobra. We're gonna reset this enclosure up and put that rodent inside the enclosure with him. But check out how beautiful this little thing is. I love it so much. So much. Oh, you're a warrior. Yeah, you're a warrior. Yeah, you're a warrior. You're a warrior. You're a warrior. Beautiful monocle. Beautiful monocle cobra. Beautiful, beautiful. Now our forest cobra is doing amazing. As you can see, he is in shed. So I don't want to stress him out too much, but he is in shed and doing very, very well. Eats like a champion. I need to spray his enclosure down as well so that he can get some more humidity in here. It's already very humid already, but beautiful snake. And again, this is our Nahas subfulva brown forest cobra. Beautiful snake. Not interested? Wow. Okay, well, that is. Okay, cool. Not interested, but I know who is interested. Jeez, avocado, you just made a fool out of me. This is our new guy right here. And look, he is ready to go. He can smell the egg through the enclosure. This here is Marshmallow, our black throat monitor. And we're gonna go ahead and open this up here. Allow him to come on out and say hello. I have not shown you guys this booger yet. Shout out to my buddy down at Iowa Family Exotics, Derek, for getting me this booger. And we're going to see if you want to come out and play a little. So if you guys notice how, there you go. If you guys notice how here Marshmallow is, ready to tongue feed, very social, requires very little socialization work. Now, that does not mean that you stop the socialization. That just means that we're at a great starting point here. Tongue feeding is the quickest way to get to your monitor's heart. Well, I won't say tongue feeding, but their interest and curiosity in food, their confidence in food, and their confidence in being able to want to get food from you just shows that they are in a better state of mind and their confidence is there. Meaning, this is not what Shadow would do. Shadow has never been this way at all. This booger, I can go in. Now, we're still working, and this is why I say you gotta work on, socialization through and through, and don't just stop because you see a little bit of progress. You gotta keep going because these guys will be super, super big. Now, I know that my fingers smell like eggs, so I gotta watch this guy. But we've been working for the past few weeks, and he's kind of learning now, like, okay, my hand's not food. The food is food, and I'm not food. I'm just feeding you food. But this is where I want Shadow to be, and we just have not gotten there. So this here is Shadow, my black dragon, right there. If you've never met Shadow, this is Shadow. This is the beautiful Shadow. she wants nothing to do with me inside this enclosure, and the size that she's growing, she's never tried to bite me or anything like that, but the size that she's growing, as quick as she's growing, like some of the tactics that I want to try and that I have been trying, I feel like after some point in time, she might try to bite me, and it's not going to be a pretty bite, you know? She's never tried to bite me at all. Like, you know, I can go in here right now and, you know, try and, you know, ease my way under her chin, do all the tactics that everybody preaches and promotes and, you know, so on and so forth. But after a while, I just feel like she might get to the point where it's like, all right, I'm tired of like you thinking that I'm not going to bite you when I bite you. I'm not saying she would. I don't think she ever will, but I just, where I am right now with her is she requires, if somebody, so just throwing it out there, I'm selling Shadow. I'm getting rid of her. And I'll explain kind of my next steps from here after I explain all of this. But Shadow, for the next person that wants to get Shadow, if you want her socialized, she's super sweet as is. Out of the enclosure, she's super sweet, very curious, very confident. It's like two different lizards, out of the enclosure and in the enclosure. In the enclosure, she's very stale. She's non-confident. She wants nothing to do with you. She's running back and forth like a chicken with her head cut off. And it's like a whole separate lizard. And it breaks my heart because I'm like, what have I done to you? You know, like, what have I truly done to you? You would think I'm like in here just abusing her, running up to the enclosure, yelling. And that's not the case. I'm very gentle. There's times when I come in here for at least an hour and I'll just place my hand right here where my hand is right now. I'll place it right here, or I'll place it over here. Wherever she is, I'll kind of place it near her so that she'll come and like get a feel for me, and she never does. She'll just sit there just like that and just stare at me and get these nasty bugs off of you. I don't like these nasty crickets. That's why I hate feeding crickets. They just like to eat off of stuff. But once I leave, she'll go and eat, but she'll just do that. She gives me no chance at all. And it's very time consuming. It almost feels like a waste of time. And I know people are going to say, you got to have patience, you got to have patience. And yes, you do have to have patience, but it takes patience from someone to be able to do that every day or every other day or a true schedule, which I think she needs it every day. You going in, just sitting there with her, hanging out with her so that she gets used to you, which I don't have the time to do. I don't. That's just being honest. Now, if you want her just like this, she's perfect. You know, if you have a work schedule like mine where you just, you know, are always on the go and you don't really have time to socialize her, she's in a perfect state. You can get her out, she'll walk around, hang out with you, whatever. But I want my animals super, super social. The future that I have here with the channel, with my career and everything, I want ambassador style animals. And without getting too far into detail about my future, Shadow, I don't trust her. I don't. And I hate to say that, but it's just being honest. So the next person out there, if you do want her and you want her super social, it's going to take some time that I don't have. So I am getting rid of her. I'm selling her. Message me on Instagram. I'm selling her for super cheap. I just want to make sure she's going to a good home. There's already been a few inquiries about her, but I want to make sure she's going to a good home, and I'm not trying to break your bank. Nowhere near what I paid for her, which kind of leads me into another point. Check out the people that you're buying animals from, and not trying to bash her breeder or whatever, but not a really social person. Didn't really care that I got her healthy. And this is not just for me. Honestly, I wasn't even thinking about it until some of her siblings caretakers reached out to me and was like, hey, like, what is your lizard like? And we all kind of have the same problem where it's just like this stale black dragon that wants nothing to do with it. And then you go online and you go on Instagram and all these other social media platforms, and everybody's lizard is just amazing. It's like walking up to the door, just how Marshmallow was doing, walking up to the cage, eating, and it doesn't require a lot of, you know, people like to put these socialization videos up and say, oh, this is how you socialize your lizard. No, your lizard was already socialized. It was already confident. It's not even about socialization. It's about confidence. Your lizard was already confident. These right here that came from this breeder, and again, not knocking this person at all. I'm not saying whether it's a woman, a man, in between, whatever, but the person that I got this lizard from, as well as the siblings of her, have all said the same thing, where it's like, my animal is not confident. And some people have been bit by theirs. Now, I haven't imposed my will that harsh to the point where she wants to bite me, because I am very patient. I'm very calm with her. I'm very chill with her. I don't try to do too much because I don't want to go backwards, which I think we've gotten to a point where we're moving forward, but I don't want to go backwards. And it just requires a lot of time that I don't have. And she's getting bigger by the day. And I don't want to go in here one day and, I'm trying to get her out of the enclosure to do maintenance and she yomps onto me. Like, that's going to be bad. And again, I don't think she would, but that's just the reality of it. I don't want to deal with that. And so my next steps are, I'm going to get rid of her for super a low price. Please message me, DM me on Instagram, whatever, Facebook, or comment down below, and I can give you my email, or my email is down in the bio. You can check that out. Message me that you're interested. I don't mind shipping her. It might be a $55 shipping fee, but might be a little bit more, might be cheaper. Who knows? But the price that I'm giving her away for is very cheap. So please, serious inquiries only. But my next steps are, there's a local breeder who has been breeding black dragons, and before I got Shadow, I reached out to this guy, and he never got back to me. And I realized that his last clutch was a couple years ago, and so I kind of figured that he was out of the game of breeding black dragons, and so I just kind of gave up. I didn't DM him. I kind of commented, it was some stuff that I was doing that kind of was trying to get his attention, but he wasn't paying attention. But anyway, long story short, I was at the St. Louis NARBC show, and I ran into this dude. But before I ran into this guy, me, my girl, and my friends were walking around, and these black dragons were all at the front of the cage, just like social, confident. In a room of 1,000+ people, these black dragons were on the enclosure rim, like clawing, trying to get out. I'll show you exactly what I mean here. Just how she's doing, she wants to come out. Always knows she wants to come out, and she wants to play. She wants to come over here and be social. That's how those black dragons were. Avocado, a lot of people like to ask me, like, how'd you socialize Avocado? There was some stuff that I did to keep her social, but it didn't require a lot of work because she was already doing well when she came. Marshmallow, the same way. When I spoke to Derek was already working with these animals. These lizards at the NARBC show were clawing on the cage. I think I have some video of it. I'll show you. And I just fell in love. And this guy who's local here was like, I'll cut you a deal on one. I explained my situation. And I told him, I was like, if I can just find a new home for this beautiful girl, I will come and get one from you. And so that's kind of where we are. And his are fresh hatchlings. They were 2 weeks at the time, or either two. No, they couldn't have been that young. They maybe, I don't know, I can't remember. They were very young. They had just hatched not too long ago, and they were at the place, and they were just, it was just like a breath of fresh air. And going back to my schedule, I have the time to come in, and with the confident animal, I can just kind of keep on work and keep spinning the wheel and keep steady progress going uphill. I just personally don't have time right now in my life with my actual job, along with, other projects and stuff I'm working on. I don't have the time to sit for hours on end, day in and day out. As much as I want to, I would love to be doing this full time, but there's other stuff I have to do to keep the bills and the lights paid, and all this electricity is not free. The food is not free. Keeping these bioactive enclosures, making sure everything is up to get. It's not cheap. And so I would love to be doing this full time, but I'm not yet. And so I want a more confident animal at the end of the day. And I want to make sure that she goes to an amazing home because she deserves it. And she's not bad at all, but I just think it's time for us to kill this relationship, and that's just kind of where we are. So comment down below your thoughts. I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from. If not, then I don't know what to tell you, but I'm not doing this out of ill will. It's just we got to continue progress here at Goats Wildlife, and she's just not. She doesn't care. She doesn't care to want to be with me, as much as I want her to love on me, and that's just not what I mean. As much as I want her to come around to me, be confident with me, we just aren't there. And I mean, my rattlesnake is more curious than she is. My cobras are more curious than she is. My Kaboom Viper, like y'all, I'm so serious. My Kaboom Viper even has more confidence than Shadow does. And, you know, I don't know. The black dragon is my ultimate dream animal, and I just want one that I can socialize with, take out, and just, you know, be an amazing ambassador animal for all of these animals. So yeah. Comment down below if you're interested. She's on fauna.com, Fauna Classifieds, if I'm not mistaken. She's on my Instagram page. She's on Facebook, different places on Facebook. But shoot me a message on either of those. Goats Wildlife on all platforms. And yeah, I'd be happy to speak with you about whatever you need to speak with, and we can go from there. I'll see you guys in the next one.